Have you ever had this argument? You're planning a vacation. One of you has a spreadsheet. The flights are booked, the hotel is confirmed, and a detailed color-coded itinerary is printed out, outlining every museum tour, dinner reservation, and scenic photo opportunity. The goal is a perfect, seamless, optimized experience. The other one of you just wants to book the flight, show up, and see what happens. The goal is adventure, spontaneity, the thrill of getting lost and discovering a hidden cafe that isn't in any guidebook. This isn't just an argument about a vacation. This is a fundamental clash of worldviews. One of you is trying to build a perfect, stable kingdom. The other is trying to explore the wild, unknown territory beyond the castle walls. And this dynamic, this exact push and pull, is one of the most powerful and misunderstood forces at play in modern relationships. Today, we are not talking about personality quirks. We are diving deep into the archetypal bedrock of the human psyche. We are exploring the ancient, primal conflict between two of our most powerful inner figures, the ruler and the explorer. And we will see how this archetypal clash is secretly defining the love, the conflict, and the ultimate potential of your relationship. First, let's meet the players. These are not just personality types. They are deep, instinctual survival strategies, hardwired into our collective unconscious. The ruler archetype is driven by a core desire for control, order, and stability. The ruler's world is a kingdom. Its primary goal is to build a prosperous, secure, and enduring structure. This can be a family, a career, a financial portfolio, or a well-organized home. The ruler values tradition, responsibility, planning, and predictability. They are the architects of our lives, the ones who create the systems and structures that provide safety and allow for flourishing. Their greatest fear is chaos, instability, and losing control. Anarchy, the collapse of the kingdom. On the other side, we have the explorer. The explorer archetype is driven by a core desire for freedom, authenticity, and discovery. The explorer's world is the vast, open frontier. Its primary goal is to find out who they are by venturing into the unknown, by experiencing novelty, and by pushing boundaries. The explorer values independence, spontaneity, and self-discovery above all else. They are the pioneers, the seekers, the ones who feel most alive when they are on a journey with no map. Their greatest fear is conformity, stagnation, and being trapped the cage. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In the great cosmic matchmaking service of the psyche, these two are almost irresistibly drawn to each other. Why do these opposites attract so powerfully? Because they represent a "you complete me" dynamic on an archetypal level. The ruler, often feeling burdened by responsibility and the weight of their own structure, looks at the explorer and sees a thrilling sense of freedom. The explorer feels like a breath of fresh air, a wild spirit who can rescue them from the predictable confines of their own well-managed life. The explorer represents the part of the ruler that they have repressed in the name of security. The explorer, often feeling untethered, restless, and a bit lost in their own endless freedom, looks at the ruler and sees a beautiful grounding stability. The ruler feels like a safe harbor, an anchor in the storm of life. They have their act together. They can provide a foundation upon which the explorer can finally rest, a home base to return to after their adventures. The ruler represents the part of the explorer that they have neglected in their quest for authenticity. In the beginning, this is magic. The ruler helps the explorer get their finances in order and finish a project. The explorer helps the ruler loosen up, take a spontaneous road trip, and remember how to play. Each partner provides a balancing force, and it feels like they have found their missing half. But the very thing that brought them together inevitably becomes the source of their greatest conflict. The honeymoon ends, and the archetypal war begins. The balance becomes a battle. The ruler's attempts to create stability start to feel, to the explorer, like a cage. The explorer's quest for freedom starts to feel, to the ruler, like a threat of chaos. Let's see how this plays out in real life. In finances, the ruler wants a 5-year plan, a meticulously tracked budget, and a robust retirement fund. Every dollar has a job. This is how you build the kingdom. The explorer sees a paycheck as freedom units. They want to spend it on a last-minute trip to another country, a workshop to learn a new skill, an experience that will expand their soul. To the ruler, this is irresponsible and reckless. It threatens the security of the kingdom. To the explorer, the ruler's budget is a suffocating spreadsheet that is preventing them from truly living. In their careers, the ruler seeks a stable path with clear advancement. They climb the ladder, build a reputation, and value loyalty and longevity. This is how you secure your legacy. The explorer might be a serial entrepreneur, a freelancer, or someone who quits a perfectly good job every 2 years because it no longer feels authentic. They are searching for their calling, not just a career. To the ruler, this is a terrifying lack of commitment. To the explorer, the ruler's stable job seems like a soul-crushing prison. In their social lives, the ruler likes to plan. They host dinner parties with curated guest lists and schedules. They value deep, long-term friendships. This is their trusted royal court. The explorer wants to go wherever the night takes them. They thrive on meeting new people, on random encounters, on saying yes to unexpected invitations. To the ruler, this is chaotic and unreliable. To the explorer, the ruler's planned evenings are boring and restrictive. They are not just arguing about money or jobs or what to do on a Saturday night. They are fighting for their archetypal survival. The ruler is saying, "You are threatening the very foundations of the security I need to feel safe in the world." The explorer is screaming back, "You are threatening the very freedom I need to feel alive and like myself." Each partner, in living out their own core nature, is triggering the other's deepest, most primal fear. This is when the archetypes can fall into their shadow forms. The shadow of the ruler is the tyrant. When the ruler's fear of chaos becomes overwhelming, they double down on control. They become rigid, micromanaging, and authoritarian. They don't just create structure, they impose it. Their rules are no longer about safety, they are about power. The tyrant believes there is only one right way to do things. Their way. The shadow of the explorer is the flake, or the eternal wanderer. When the explorer's fear of being trapped becomes all-consuming, they become pathologically non-committal. They abandon projects. They run from intimacy. They escape any and all responsibility. The flake isn't seeking authenticity anymore. They are simply running away from life, leaving a trail of broken promises and unfinished business in their wake. And here's the tragic dance of the shadows. The tyrant and the flake create each other. The more the ruler becomes a tyrant and tries to control every detail of their life, the more the explorer feels suffocated and becomes a flake, desperate to escape. The more the explorer becomes a flake and proves themselves to be unreliable, the more the ruler feels that their kingdom is under threat, and they clamp down, becoming an even more controlling tyrant. It is a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle that can destroy a relationship. So, is this dynamic doomed? Is this clash a sign of fundamental incompatibility? Absolutely not. In fact, this archetypal tension, if handled consciously, is not a curse. It is an invitation. It is the curriculum for your soul's growth. The relationship is a crucible designed to force each partner to become a more whole, integrated human being. The goal is not for the ruler to defeat the explorer, or for the explorer to escape the ruler. The goal is for each to build a bridge to the other's world. The goal is integration. This means the ruler must embark on a quest to find their own inner explorer, and the explorer must take on the task of building their own inner ruler. How does this work in practice for the person who defaults to the ruler? The work is to consciously and intentionally embrace the unknown. This doesn't mean abandoning your kingdom. It means building a gate in the castle wall. It can start small. Plan a spontaneity night where there are no plans. Take a different route home from work. Try a food you've never eaten. Take a calculated risk in an investment or a career move. The work is to learn that control is an illusion, and that true security comes not from preventing chaos, but from trusting in your ability to handle it when it arrives. You must learn to value the wisdom of the journey as much as the perfection of the destination. For the person who defaults to the explorer, the work is to consciously and intentionally embrace structure. This doesn't mean giving up your freedom. It means building a home base for your adventures. It can also start small. Commit to one daily routine, even if it is just making your bed. Finish a small project from start to finish. Create a budget not as a cage, but as a tool to fund your future freedom, a travel fund, or an escape the rat race fund. The work is to learn that freedom without any structure is just another form of chaos, and that true authenticity involves not just starting things, but also seeing them through. You must learn that a map doesn't have to be a prison. It can be the very thing that makes your exploration possible. When both partners commit to this inner work, the relationship transforms. It is no longer a battlefield. It becomes a conscious kingdom. In a conscious kingdom, the partners recognize and honor each other's archetypal strengths. They become a team. They understand that for their shared life to thrive, it needs both a strong foundation and open frontiers. They learn to negotiate. For that vacation, maybe they plan the first 3 days in detail for the ruler's sanity and leave the last 3 days completely open to adventure for the explorer's soul. They create a financial plan that includes both responsible saving and a dedicated adventure fund. They learn to speak each other's language. The ruler learns to say, "I know this structure feels restrictive to you, but it helps me feel safe." The explorer learns to say, "I know my need for spontaneity feels chaotic to you, but it is how I feel alive and connected to myself." This clash is not a design flaw in your relationship. It is its central, most profound feature. Your partner is your greatest teacher. They are a living, breathing mirror, showing you the part of yourself you have left in the shadows. If you are a ruler, you chose an explorer because your soul is crying out for more freedom. If you are an explorer, you chose a ruler because your soul is crying out for a deeper sense of home and commitment. The ultimate goal is not to change your partner. It is to allow your partner to change you. It is to become the king who explores and the explorer who can rule. It is to build a life that has both deep roots and wide open skies. And that is a kingdom worth fighting for.